Connecting the Dots. This short video will look at some of the learning theories, learning design, technological tools and practical strategies that are being used to deliver learning experiences in the new Bachelor of Laws with Honours at QUT. The first main learning theory that underpins our work comes from these two men called Piaget and Vygotsky, and it's called constructivism. Constructivism rejects the idea that students' minds are empty vessels waiting to be filled with our knowledge, and focuses on the idea that students construct their own knowledge based on their previous experience, social and cultural context, learning experiences that they participate in, and positive and negative feedback from their instructors and peers. In a constructivist paradigm, the most important skills for educators are expert knowledge, the ability to judge a learner's zone of proximal development or what next steps they need to take to extend their learning, and the ability to have an open dialogue with students. The second learning theory that forms the basis of our work comes from Siemens and Downs, and it's called connectivism. Connectivism frames learning as a process of connecting nodes in a network of information sources. It values the capacity to know over what is currently known, and it claims that learning can reside in non-human appliances such as a community, network or database. In this environment, formal courses are not the main conduit for learning. In a connectivist paradigm, important skills for educators are knowledge and the ability to guide students through the best sources or nodes of knowledge, which is often called content curation. Good technical skills or the ability to learn and experiment with technology, and the ability to build and inspire a community of learners in an online environment. So with those two learning theories in mind, we move on now to Oliver and Harrington and the idea that we design a learning sequence in order for our students to reach the intended learning outcomes. Oliver and Harrington's framework identifies the critical elements required in designing a learning sequence, namely learning activities, learning supports and learning resources. This is where academics team up with professional staff such as liaison librarians and learning designers to work together as an effective learning design team. What we need to remember though is that every student brings their own social and cultural context and their own learning networks with them. So even though we think we've got the best instructions for them to construct their own knowledge, to find their way through the vast amounts of information and make a learning network, some students won't follow the instructions. What we can do as part of our ongoing reflective practice as educators is share what we're doing, evaluate it individually and as a community of practice, and transform our teaching over time. And that's what we're starting to do today.